Today I am doing Hyperdilute Radiesse for arms. And what Hyperdilute Radiesse is, or actually what Radiesse is, it is a collagen stimulating filler. And when we dilute it, we are simply injecting it for you to make your own collagen around where I injected it. So if you have like wrinkles above your knees, if you have laxity of your stomach, laxity of your neck, even chest, lower face, we can inject Hyperdilute Radiesse and it'll make you make your own collagen. Actually type 1 and type 3 collagen, so bonus. I've put 4.5 cc's of lidocaine in here and attached a red Lure de Laura lock, and I prime it all the way to the top. Now I take my 1.5 cc Radiesse. I'm gonna push it in there. I'm gonna get really aggressive, boom, get it all out. And now I'm going to attach another 10 cc syringe. This is my favorite part. And we're just going to mix it back and forth. I feel like a mad scientist when I do this, or a happy scientist. So, you push it back and forth about 20 times. And then before I inject her second spot, I'll come back and mix it up again. So you always want to make sure you're mixing it well before you inject it. So just split it in half. I'm going to add my cannula here. Cannula's added and we'll be ready to go. All right, so I have already injected a couple areas of lidocaine here, and we're going to use a cannula, so that's why I needed my lidocaine. And I am just going to, can you feel here? Mm-hmm. You can feel it as a poke?
No, I don't feel anything.
Good. Okay, perfect. And a lot of times arms are people's, they don't like their arms, so we have a way to help. Alrighty. So I am going to use my cannula. I'm just gonna sneak under here. You okay?
Yes.
Perfect. And we did our assessment before we started filming, but our patient's laxity is a bit up here and then below. So we're just gonna fan this Radiesse. This is one syringe that I'm gonna split between these two injection sites. Roll your arm out towards me a little bit more. Yep, you got it. And super easy. And I simply diluted it with, it's a 1 to 3 dilution, so I diluted it with 4.5 cc's. I like to use lidocaine, so that way it's less painful. Some people use 1 cc of lidocaine and 3 cc's of saline. You can do it with whatever you want. I like lidocaine. The number, the better. All right, you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this hurt?
No.
Okay, good answer. I like when I hear that answer. And then just the fact that I'm using a cannula will make you make collagen, because as I glide through your skin, I'm irritating the cells that make collagen just by poking, It's also nice because there's a pretty low risk of bruising, because as the cannula glides, it is a blunt tip, so it cannot penetrate. There's no pokey end of that. It cannot penetrate through a vessel. So if it encounters a vessel, it's just going to push the vessel aside. So we're going to do the second area, and I'm going to go a little right here. Perfect. This is my little channel that I need in order to get into her skin. And we're going to concentrate this a lot down by your elbows here. There we go. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And there's no downtime from this, so you might get a bruise, but usually not, because again, this will push, the cannula pushes aside the vessels if they run into a vessel. So that's nice. And then it doesn't matter if you're in the sun, really, there's no downtime. You can do whatever you want to do after this too. I wouldn't probably go lift weights, but give that a couple days. But we'll just do a little, I know this is our triple spot. So bend your arm for me a little. Yeah, oh, beautiful. Okay, relax. And come out a little towards me. Perfect. And perfect. I've got our perfect model here. Yay. And there we go. Awesome, so that arm is done. So we have our little lidocaine injection spots. And can you feel here?
No.
Perfect answer. There you go. Alrighty. And for body, I like to use 2-inch 22 gauge cannulas. That's just my own preference. You can use whatever size you want if you're an injector watching this. If you're a patient watching this, then it won't really matter to you what I use. As long as we get in there. Right, there we go. Bring your arm out a little towards me. Yeah, perfect. All right. Excellent. A lot of our patient's laxity is up, down towards her elbow and up towards her armpit. So that's why we're concentrating on these two spots. But I mean, one syringe covers a big area. You okay?
Yes.
And I love Hyperdilute Radiesse. We use this a lot for booty lifts too. So if you have laxity in your booty, it's nice for a nice, natural, athletic looking booty. If you're trying to avoid a Brazilian butt lift, or I know you don't try to avoid it, but if you are thinking about doing it and you really don't want to have the downtime and the risks associated with it, you could do a Radiesse butt lift, which we've done a bunch of, and I love them. So typically for those, it takes about 20 syringes of Radiesse, but we do a really good discount on that when people want to do that. So if you're looking at your booty in your bathing suit lately and you are in your undies and you want a little lift, come see us about Radiesse butt lift. Okay. How you doing? You okay?
Yes.
Another great answer. We'll just come right back. I've got a tiny bit left. We'll just go back to the spot up here. Beautiful. Okay. So see, I waited for a minute and I'm going to have my fun again and mix it just to make sure it's all suspended well. And beautiful. You wish you could do this, don't you? Okay. How are we doing here? Do you feel this?
No.
Excellent answer. All the answers you're giving today are excellent. You can stay. There we go. You okay?
Yes.
Okay. So again, you can do this anywhere. You can do this anywhere there's skin laxity. If you have inner thigh skin laxity, if you have above your knee skin laxity, if you have abdominal laxity because you had babies, Hyperdilute Radiesse is a great idea. And then we also use Radiesse as a regular filler for your face. So it is really pretty versatile. Okay, let's go back to your elbow because this is our problem area. See how, so she'll have a little swelling here for a day, but I mean, nobody's really going to be able to know what's going on. So it's not like they'll point at you and run, it's just will be a little bit swollen. There's nothing for you to do to this afterwards. Aftercare, like I said, I wouldn't go lift weights for a few days. You don't need to massage it. And then I would recommend coming back again and doing this again in 2 months. So, and usually we'll do anywhere from 2 to 3 treatments spaced a couple months apart. And I always like to squeeze the entry sites to make sure there's no residual filler coming out. If it's not, looks perfect. You did very good. So, I mean, that's it. That is Hyperdilute Radiesse for arm wrinkles. So if you want to find out more about it or about any of the procedures that we do at Rejuvenation MD, you can find us on, maybe you're seeing us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or on our website at rejuvenationmdmedspa.com.